So here's, I went over some of my leg stuff, some of the things that I like to get falls with, and I'm now going to show you real quick just another way that I have gotten pins a lot of the time with a spiral and a half. A lot of times people get off the whistle, you know, they'll do this spiral half thing, and they'll try to roll through, and they'll try to get back points right here, and the guy will just belly out, and they won't get anything. So I'm going to show you kind of my 2 cents, how I like to secure the fall right here. Hope it helps. So, first and foremost, the spiral ride and how I'm actually going to do my spiral ride. It's pretty standard. I mean, I'm coming underneath, but before I roll, before I try to take him through, what's really important is that I get my left shoulder underneath his shoulder, okay? I drop my shoulder underneath his shoulder. That's going to give my arm the most amount of length to get on the back of his neck. The more above my shoulder is, the harder it's going to be for me to get the fall after we roll through. When I do this, I do not want to try to stop him on his back. I actually want to try to stop him on his shoulder. This shoulder right here, okay? So, I slide down, shoulder beneath his shoulder, half. My thigh pry is probably the most important hand because this is what's going to control his hips. If I don't have a good thigh pry and I try to roll, I could get reversed. So I have a very tight thigh pry, my shoulder's below his shoulder, and now I can start to pull him back. As I do this, I want to get my left leg hooked on the outside of his leg right here. Right here. This makes it so that after I roll through, I can keep this leg elevated. That's going to help me get an extra second or two of him on his side right here. So, we come back. Come in spiral. I drop shoulder beneath his shoulder, half. And now as I roll through, this is lacing right here on the outside. Knee on the outside, ankle on the inside. Roll, boom. Once I get to my hip and then my shoulder right here, this is where the fall starts to come into effect. Rather than trying to get the pin right here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my right foot to drive everything forward. I need to gain about 4 feet forward. Or like 2 feet forward. You know, I need to drive all the way up. Okay? So I get to here. It's loose. He continuously tries to belly. I drive everything up. So that what happens is my bicep becomes like the third point of a tripod. So actually, I don't really have any weight on my forehead right here. All my weight is pinched between my shoulder, his arm, and my arm on the back of his head right here. It should feel like I'm flexing my bicep when you're in this position. Boom, right here. All my weight is on top of it. I really am trying to put my shoulder into it right here. He's stuck at this point. His shoulder is buried in the mat, belly out. He can't go anywhere. Okay? So it's important that I, first and foremost, try to secure this position. Try to lock him out right here. Once I have him locked out, I can then work to get perpendicular, straighten my arm a little bit, sprawl back, forearm to the mat, chin, up, lay him to rest.